Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, he's an icon. Okay? Not just in the sports world, but in the world, because how he has represented our sport and gentlemen around the world with his chivalry and excitement and loyalty to his partner has been nothing short of fantastic. You would think, how can this guy get any better? Oh, yeah, he's a Mount Rushmore tight end. Going to go down potentially as the greatest of all time. He has won Super Bowl after Super Bowl, looking to win 3 straight for the first time in the modern era from the Kansas City Chiefs. Tight end, ladies and gentlemen, host of the New Heights podcast, Travis Kelce.
Yeah. Pat, gang, it's been a while, baby. We miss you, man.
We miss you, man. We've been watching, though. You've been dominating. We miss you. We love you. How are you doing? Walter Payton, Man of the Year for the Chiefs, continuing to make the world a better place while breaking records. How are you doing, brother?
An honor. I'm doing good, man. We're fired up, man. We got the Houston Texans coming into Arrowhead this weekend, and man, ain't nothing better than NFL playoff football, baby. I've been fired up all week.
Okay, so let's talk about it. In college football, have you been paying any attention to the college football playoffs?
Of course I have, baby. Come on now.
Okay, so,
listen, if football's going on, I'm watching it, man. Especially when the Buckeyes are making a run at it. You know what I mean?
There you go, Ohio
Just
guy,
an Ohio
Travis
football
Kelce.
guy, man. I'm cheering for all Ohio football, baby.
Obviously, I think we all are because how cool that team is and in the moment that they were in. But the college football playoffs, every team that had the bye ended up losing. Now, granted, it was like 3 weeks before their first game. You're coming off a bye. You guys are no stranger to that. How did you spend the bye? How does the team feel? And how does your old ass feel at this moment going into
And I'm fired up, man. I'm feeling 22 all over again, baby. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Fire me up.
I don't know about you. I'm feeling 22. Hey, she had us do this thing, Trav. She had us do this thing right here.
I was hoping you caught the reference, baby.
Dude,
man, I'm ready to rock and roll,
thing.
man. It's the biggest thing for me is trusting Coach Reid. He's been doing this a long time. And when it comes to getting the bye week, we've had a few of them over the course of my career. So for me, it's just making sure we put the pads on at least one time throughout the week. Make sure we get our physicality in and get that in check. Play with some low pad level throughout the week, and then on top of that, put your feet up, man. Watch some football and get ready for some playoff action.
Go ahead, AJ.
Does it matter who you play, Trav? Obviously, you watch the games, the playoff games. Do you ever think about, okay, we match up better with this team, with that team? Did you ever do that any time in your career? I would assume you don't. And also, are you going to be punking some kickers out of their warm-up situation again if that happens again?
I don't know what you're talking. I felt like he was trying to punk us.
He was. You're right.
You were punking us.
Hey, you were in the
right. I was just defending my guys. I was making sure Pat's ankle was good. I was making sure my guys had some space. No, I think I've never really gave it much of a thought in terms of who we should play or who I want to play. I just want whoever we got to give us their best effort, man. I love going up against the best. And that challenge week in, week out, man. So I know we're going to get Houston's best, man. It's a hell of a football team.
Houston's obviously had a year that's been like this a little bit. Then last game of the year, they beat the hell out of the Titans, and they get a massive win over the Chargers. Your guys' season, even though you're the number 1 seed in the AFC, number 1 seed in the best record in the entire league, again, as back-to-back Super Bowl champs. We haven't got a chance to chat with you much. Obviously, we've watched New Heights. All anybody who said is, this team ain't good. This team ain't good. This ain't the same Chiefs team, undefeated at one point, 15-1 at one point, number 1 seed in the AFC. Have you heard all that noise? And what is this year's team like versus maybe years past?
Well, we're finding different ways to win and more ways to win early on and throughout the season. I think last year we dealt with finding ways to lose, and you can learn from both, but learning from the games you win is a whole lot more fun. And I think we got a lot of confidence in this team and a lot of guys that are willing to go that extra mile, man. And we've definitely heard all the chatter and guys like Rex Ryan saying that this team can't win in the playoffs and he's seen it before. And we hear everything, but at the same time we know what's real and what's in this building. And that's guys that want to be accountable for the one next to them and are going to keep finding ways to be accountable week in, week out.
Rex pissed off the Texans too last week. He said the Chargers had a bye week playing against Houston. Rex also pissed off the Chiefs. Rex, hey, keep doing it, Rex. Keep doing it. Great work. Let's talk about your team before the boys have their questions as well. Patrick Mahomes, obviously another year, he's cemented as one of the GOATs, just like you. What have you seen from him this year that's different, or is Patrick Mahomes now found exactly who he is, leadership, playing style, everything like that?
Well, I've seen him weather the storm. Everybody's mentioning, the protection and who we've had up front. I think we figured that puzzle out. And on top of that, I've seen Pat, weather that storm and become better because of it. I think, when the team needs him the most, he steps up in ways that he hasn't before. And it happens year in, year out. And it's just so much fun to be a part of the team with him, because he's always going to take the bull by the horns and be the most accountable, be the one that puts it on himself more than he puts it on anybody else. And that's true leadership right there, man.
He's awesome to watch. You both are. When something needs to happen, he's going to do something absurd, and then he's going to find that big, handsome bastard from Ohio wearing 87 who's running a Travis route. D-Butch has a question for you, Trav.
Yeah, Trav, we got Mount Rushmore guys all over the place up there. You talk about you, Pat, like Spags, Dave, and then obviously Andy Reid, your head coach. What separates Andy Reid from the other guys? I feel like he always has you guys prepared for every situation. Is it the competitive practices? Like, what goes on into the preparation with you guys week in and week out that you're always prepared in any moment to win a game in any type of way?
I think you're onto something. His competitiveness and his ability to challenge guys, and that's not an easy thing to do, is to challenge grown men in a way that's respectful and a way that you can get the best out of them. I think he relates to everybody in such a way that he gains that respect as you come into the building, just by being relatable. And with that being said, I mean, we were in full pads and going ones versus ones last week, and that's the type of competitive practices that are going to get you ready for the playoffs, knowing that every single week of the playoffs, it gets a little more physical, it gets a little bit more faster as you get deeper and deeper. And it's just I love the guy for so many reasons, but his ability to challenge everybody week in, week out just makes everyone that much better.
Do you got tuck in right? We always chat about how like Andy Reid's an accountability-driven coach. It's like at practice, it's always just gets said, but I don't think I've ever actually heard it or not. We're tucking in jerseys. We're doing the whole thing around the building. Like that is Andy Reid, old school type.
Oh yeah, old school mentality, kind of a military feel to it. You're gonna look sharp as you go to it, but he's kind of gotten a little. He's kind of relaxed a little bit on that. I think he might be prejudiced towards skinny guys because he gives the big boys the ability to keep the shirts untucked.
Well, he knows. Big guys, let's just get them to Sunday. Let's just get these dudes to Sunday. Let's win. Ty has a question for you about that beautiful city you play football in.
Yeah, Travis, a lot was made last year during the playoffs against the Dolphins about how fucking cold it was. You had people getting hypothermia in the stands and stuff like that, and obviously the Dolphins couldn't deal with it. We have a winter storm ripping through the Midwest right now. What's it supposed to be like weather-wise, do you know, this weekend? And would you prefer a situation like that where you're lining up out there with a stack of dimes, but you got a team, from Houston or from a warm city coming in that's probably not going to be able to handle the climate the same way you guys are going to be able to?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm an Ohio football guy, baby. I love it when it's just cold and snowy, and you just get all the elements mixed into one. And I'm not going to say that I'm hoping for that, but I definitely love it when it's because it adds a little bit more to how dramatic the game can be, or at least feel. But at the end of the day, I don't care if it's raining, snowing, if it's at Arrowhead somewhere else in the Walmart parking lot. You can roll the balls out and let's play some football, baby.
Is there going to be an aura in that place? A little extra? You know what we're talking about. Oh,
yeah. You know it, baby. It's playoff football, man.
Hey, is she undefeated? Hey, she rolls in that stadium. I just want to let you know what live bettors do. Mm-hmm. They see her walk into that stadium, immediately open the phone. It's like, yep, Chiefs are about to win. I mean, that is just literally the feel. What you two are, hey, you're a gentleman, pal. Yeah. You need to know that. You continue to represent football in a beautiful way, Trav. We appreciate you. Legitimately.
Trying to represent the boys, man. Just trying to represent the boys.
So many fuckboys out there. I've heard about them all because my wife now, I've listened to all the albums. I've heard about them all. I appreciate you, dude. And also, I think there's one coming where it's like going to be great. Like, hey, guy, good thing. Like that'll be great in my house.
There might be a few. I don't know. There might be a few.
Have you heard any? Do you get are you a test deer?
I can't say any of that. I can't say any of that. I don't. I hear music everywhere.
Okay, let's just say you're hanging out. Having a little dinner. No, we're having a little dinner. All of a sudden, the creative juice sparks in the absolute beast that you're sitting with, who is going to go down as maybe the most famous icon in the history of music. And she starts thinking something, and you go, "Ooh, I like that." Are you a motivator at every single time?
Oh, come on now, you know it. I'll never chime in, but you already know it's full. I'm here to support it. I'm here to see where it can go. You know what I mean?
And I'll tell you where it went. That stadium was bananas that we were in. Lucas Oil Stadium. We were talking about it earlier when you said you were feeling 22. They had those lights on their arms. She had every single person in there. It felt like it was moving the actual stadium. It was electrifying, Trav. I mean, I can't. It was awesome. I know you have a great time.
I thought the European crowds were crazy, man. But I'll tell you what, man. Lucas Oil, I got to go to the last night over there in India, and they were going nuts. I mean, I think I've seen that thing rocking when the Colts are playing. They might have had that thing rocking even more.
Might have. I mean, okay.
Yeah, I think that's a definite, brother. I don't think you have to question that. I think you can say definite. Speaking of off the field, before we let you go, we know you have a lot of work. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Travis, also representing on the silver screen. Happy Gilmore, too. You are now part of the Sandman squad, Congrats. I assume. How was that? How was working with Sandler? And how many lines are we working with here after your incredible debut on FX as well?
Man, I appreciate that. I'll tell you what, man, that was a dream come true. I thought SNL was going to be, the peak of my acting and showman or entertainment career. Working with, Happy Gilmore himself, the Sandman, and Happy Productions, it was off the chain, man. They're so professional and yet so fun to work with. I felt like I was working with like the Andy Reid of the acting world, man. And he is every bit as cool off the screen as he is on the screen, man. And that was a dream come true, man. That was awesome. I'm in I believe a few scenes. Ooh. I got a pretty hefty load in there.
Oh, hefty load. Okay. All right.
Oscar.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Hey, we up for any awards in this entire thing? We think maybe, what is that called? The one that isn't
best new actor, maybe.
What?
I don't think I'm up to those I don't know, that caliber of acting yet. And I don't even know if I'm in that much of Happy Gilmore to even be
hefty loads.
For an award.
Hefty loads get awards. Hefty loads. That certainly did. Did you guys play any hoops in your downtime? Yeah, in your downtime. Did you take any oops from the Sandman?
Man, I wish. I was only there. I was there on the bye week, so I didn't get too much time to really hang out. But you already know we got to get on the court with the Sandman.
Hey, the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. We can't thank you enough for being awesome, and thank you for swinging by, brother. Keep crushing life.
Always love coming on here with you guys, man. You guys are the best. We'll catch you.
How's New Heights? I didn't even ask. How's New Heights? We love it.
We're rolling, baby.
You guys are great.
We're rolling. We just had another great Will Ferrell on there last week, man. It was cool as hell, just chopping it up with him, talking about Frank the Tank and Anchorman and everything, man. It was awesome.
And then Walter Payton Man of the Year, giving back to the world, making the world a better place. Wow, growing a fantastic beard right now. Is this playoff beard here?
Oh. Just a little playoff beard. It's gonna get real ugly if I make it to the Super Bowl.
Like your brother. Do you have like your brother's beard too there if you wanted?
Oh yeah. It gets just a little, I don't know, different shades right there. Just a little flavor savers right here.
Yeah. It looks great. Can't wait to watch it all the way through. Another Super Bowl, I hope. You're the man. Ladies and gentlemen, Travis Kelce.
Yeah, Travis.